My Coast by Emma Trevena. My coastal experience began at 19 Warren Avenue on the Port Hacking River, experiencing a whole new world, the coastal world. My curiosity started young, as I would eat my Promark biscuits and look out at the ocean from my grandparents' kitchen. Sailing aboard the Rita Maria, my pa's boat, just a toddler, my first experiences on the sea. I feel the rocking waves, currents flowing beneath me. A sick feeling in my stomach I've never felt on land before. The ocean must be doing this to me. Intrigued by the ginormous houses on the shore, one we called the wedding cake. Splashing, swimming, jumping off the pontoon, diving competitions I would never win. Feet dipping in the cold waters, pondering what's beyond. Building sandcastles, creating art with the ocean's belongings, seaweed, shells, such fascinating creatures. Playing at the beach, allowing the ocean's wave to push me into the shore. It almost felt like I could fly. My sister and I used to love going to Cronulla Beach, about 15 minutes from our grandparents' house. We'd go splashing in the waves and explore all the rock pools. Fishing is also a big part of my coastal journey. Watching my mum and my pa fish always made me so intrigued on what they brought up from the ocean floor. Spending evenings together, eating the fish that they caught, and chasing down the home ice cream van, a tradition of ours, to buy a box on a warm summer's day. Sharp mentions that people live through events and experiences but do not always fully take hold of these experiences at the time. Reflecting back now, I realise that I didn't take in these opportunities to learn about the coast and this landscape and place. The Port Hacking River has a special place in my heart, allowing me to experience the coast with my family in many facets. I will always feel connected to this place of the coast. Diving has been a huge part of my coastal journey. Diving has always allowed me to feel weightless, free and calm. The sound of my breathing, seeing bubbles float to the surface, always made me feel like I was in a whole nother world. Seeing my first shark at Southwest Rocks, I felt shocked, scared, and then I was courageous enough to want to get closer to the shark and see this magnificent creature. It sounds strange, but looking into this shark's big eyes made me feel safe. Observing a turtle at the Great Barrier Reef take its first breath from the ocean floor made me think about the way I wake up, begin my day, thoughts and feelings I was feeling at the time, and it made me realise things I wanted to do different in my waking moments. Exploring my new coastal places on land with my friends, having a cold drink after a dive, allowed me to appreciate friendship and to realise we have each other's backs underwater. Education of attention comes through perception and action as one engages in the process of inskillment in particular places. Through learning to dive, I have been able to have the opportunity to learn about more places than I had have been if I didn't do this recreation. When dealing with some tough times in my late teens, I would come down to Jan Juc. I would just sit and stare into the distance. The ocean waves hitting the shore, the smell of the salt in the air. I take slow, deep breaths and the ocean soothes my mind. I felt like peace. I felt like I had a place to reflect, think freely, and be kind to myself. What Chow mentions, why do I come here in times of stress and fatigue? To be revitalised. What draws me back again and again? I came here because it reminded me of my childhood, my family from Sydney. The sounds, the smell, the taste of the air on my tongue, it all allowed me to feel safe and like I belonged. My new coast I now call home over the past year is along the Geelong waterfront. Living less than 2 kilometres from the water I utilise this coast nearly every day. Walking, running and riding along the foreshore always brings me joy and makes my body feel new. Prinz and Wat Chao mentioned that there should be opportunities for many repeated visits to a place over time. Then, a learner can note changes in the landscape and changes in themselves as they become increasingly in-skilled. As I wander along the coast regularly, I too see changes in the landscape and those who live among it. The boats sailing around, people coming and going, and sea creatures like Port Jackson sharks, jellyfish, and penguins creating the coast for their own home. As I move along the coastline, I'm reminded that the ocean is always ebbing and flowing, as we do in our daily lives. I still enjoy the coast with my family and friends as much as I can. The coast makes me who I am. If it wasn't for all these experiences I've had in the last few years, I don't think I'd be the person who I am today. When being asked to do this assignment, I thought that I didn't have a huge connection to the coast. Once reflecting more about what the coast meant to me, I realised that all these memories and experiences from Sydney, diving, and just enjoying myself along the coast was my coastal journey. Most of all, I wouldn't love, appreciate it, and explore many facets of the coast that you saw in my film today if it wasn't for all these memories and years spent at 19 Marion Avenue, Caringbah, Sydney. Thank you for watching. I hope this showed some insight into my coastal journey.